F-bombs and foie gras, and a boss bee known for being nice? These celebrity chefs seriously hit it big. From the naked to the ugly, you ain't seen Nobu yet. Kwame Onwuachi may be young, but his incredible story and personable nature have cemented him amongst the upper echelons of celebrity chefdom. Most came to know him through season 13 of Top Chef, where he finished in 6th place. As he recalled to Mashed, "You get to learn a lot, right? You get to cook for really amazing people time and time again. You're able to get real feedback and evolve and grow as a chef." Surprisingly, what truly made him a celebrity wasn't his success, but instead his failure. His first restaurant, Shaw Bijou, closed its doors in less than 3 months, according to Eater. And bad reviews from major outlets like the Washington Post looked like they might destroy Onwuachi's budding career for good. But as the New York Times noted, his comeback as head chef of restaurant Kith & Kin alongside the release of his memoir, Notes from a Young Black Chef, turned his narrative around, won him numerous awards and praise, and elevated him to superstardom.
Let's cheers to that.
Arguably the most well-known celebrity chef in the world, Gordon Ramsay has been a regular fixture on TV screens across the globe since the late 90s. His series, Boiling Point, launched his career as a celebrity chef, following Ramsay as he opened his flagship restaurant. But despite his outpost achieving 3 Michelin stars and many other ventures winning stars of their own, Ramsay's furious outbursts have formed the basis of his fame. Many tuned in to Kitchen Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen just to see the fireworks.
That's gristle, you fucking idiot!
But his passionate persona isn't just for ratings. As he explained to Bon Appetit, "When I get angry, I'm just being honest, and I don't think it's ever going to be any different. I, like any good chef, want everything to be perfect. When you are in the middle of service, it's like 4 to 5 hours of being in a pressure cooker." Carla Hall made a name for herself as many future celebrity chefs do, via televised cooking competitions. In Hall's case, Top Chef laid the foundation for her future success, according to Metro Weekly. Hall finished as a runner-up on the show, but broke away from the pack thanks to her kind nature. Hall was so widely liked that she was invited back for Season 8 Top Chef All-Stars. Her warmth even led her to be voted a fan favorite for the season.
I think about the love that my grandmothers and my family gave us in all of those Sunday suppers, and I want to pay that forward.
Given her culinary knowledge, growing popularity, and personable nature, it came as no surprise when she was announced as one of 5 hosts on The Chew in 2012. Despite the show's cancellation in 2018, Hall has continued to rise as a culinary contributor on Good Morning America, with guest spots and appearances just about everywhere else. Britain's 20th century eminent celebrity chef Delia Smith cut her teeth at London's eatery The Singing Chef. And despite baking the cake on the cover of the Rolling Stones album Let It Bleed, it was Smith's writing that first brought attention to her name. Back in 1969, she got a job at the Daily Mirror, a role which was followed by positions at a number of British newspapers. These writing jobs proved the perfect springboard for Smith to launch perhaps the most successful and well-known aspect of her career, her cookbooks. 24 of them to date have sold over 21 million copies, and paved the way for her to launch a career in TV.
My ambition and my dream is that anyone who wants to learn to cook can.
The enormous platform Smith built created what's now a commonplace celebrity phenomenon. The so-called Delia effect, where ingredients, tools, and products mentioned by the celebrity chef would quickly sell out, marked Smith as a culinary superstar. Originally known as the Naked Chef, Jamie Oliver rose to fame as a boyish, cheerful cook who seemed born to be on camera. His skills were honed at the age of 16 when he started working in the kitchen at his parents' gastropub in Essex. It was while a production team was filming a documentary at London's River Cafe that Oliver caught their eye. In a little under 2 years after his discovery, Oliver's first show, The Naked Chef, hit the air. It was a smash hit, drawing in crowds who weren't normally fans of cooking shows. Multiple cookbooks and other series followed, ensuring Oliver has remained a mainstay ever since. Meanwhile, in Britain and later the US, Oliver reached a whole new level of celebrity through his work on the intersection between food and social issues. This side of his career, exemplified by the Feed Me Better campaign, has aimed to improve access to nutritious food. Most recently, campaigning has led Oliver to successfully support the UK's introduction of a sugar tax. Despite being born into a family of bakers and developing a mean sweet tooth as a kid, it still took Christina Tosi some time to decide that cooking would be her career path. And it took her even longer to realize she didn't want to be whipping up the usual restaurant dessert tray. She told Inc., "I didn't relate deep down with these fancy desserts. I loved the art of them, I loved the craft of them, but they just weren't me."
My spirit and my heart started in the home kitchen with really down-home baked goods.
What ultimately set her apart were her delicious flavor combinations. Addictive creations like cereal milk ice cream and compost cookies have led her to win multiple James Beard Awards, and a spot on the Netflix series Chef's Table. Tosi's status as a celebrity chef is only reinforced by the continued expansion of her milk bar empire. Marcus Samuelsson's most enduring childhood memory is the smell of his grandma's house. And that's where he developed his passion for cooking. He gained experience as a young adult working in kitchens across Europe. But it was an internship at New York City's Aquavit that set Samuelsson up for an impressive career.
I love culture, I love art, I love so many different things, but cooking is the core.
But real stardom came with the opening of Red Rooster, Samuelsson's own restaurant in Harlem. As noted by the New York Times, the Outpost quickly became renowned for its great food, bubbling atmosphere, and refreshingly genuine celebration of diversity. But the media frenzy cranked up to an 11 when then-President Barack Obama hosted a fundraiser at Red Rooster. Samuelsson duly reinforced his celebrity chef status, in part by taking on other roles that exposed him to the wider public, including a spot as guest editor and advisor at Bon Appetit. It's rare that an established celebrity chooses to dive into the culinary business, but Barbara Smith was just the person to do it. Having carved a successful career for herself as a model back in the 70s, Smith began her rise to celebrity chef status with a similar groundbreaking intent.
You just have to love what you do and follow those recipes.
Smith set about dismantling the obstacles facing Black restaurateurs and acting as a role model to younger generations, according to The New Yorker. Chef and artist Crystal Mack was one of the many who have been impacted by B. Smith's trailblazing. She explained, "She is someone who has given a voice and face to Black women in food media. And quite frankly, many of us probably wouldn't be where we are without her proven valuation of Black women." The beloved chef and lifestyle guru died of Alzheimer's in 2020 at the age of 70. Being the first British chef to win 3 Michelin stars drove Marco Pierre White into the stratosphere. But, according to the New York Times, he reached wider notoriety thanks to his reputation as a chef with a fiery temper. Still, at 38 years old, with the world at his feet, White retired from the kitchen. As he told Luxury London, "I was sick of being judged by people with less knowledge than me. It was ludicrous. And the truth is that winning 3 stars is intensely exciting, but maintaining them is the most boring thing in the world."
I never wanted to be a chef.
The Sunday Times dubbed White the world's first celebrity chef, even though his work in TV and advertising was somewhat limited. His occasional appearances on MasterChef do little to explain the fame that continues to be associated with his name over 20 years after his retirement. One such reason may be that protégés like Gordon Ramsay continue to drive the industry forward. David Chang was born to a parent in the industry, but his father was less than thrilled about his son pursuing a life dedicated to kitchen work, and tried to coax him toward other careers. Even so, the allure of the kitchen proved too strong. And before long, Chang had borrowed money to launch his own restaurant, Momofuku. You might have heard of it. The growing hype around Chang's original noodle bar came by way of the honest, hearty, and reasonably priced menu. But Chang's star really began to rise when he opened Momofuku Sambar and Momofuku Co. As one restaurant became 3, Chang revealed his ability to adapt and innovate on an unforeseen scale. Netflix's Ugly Delicious and Chang's food magazine Lucky Peach both proved to be groundbreaking for the gastronomic world. But it's his continued ability to express a unique voice across both the culinary and media landscapes that has led Chang to attain legendary status. While the majority of people on this list have earned their status through regimented culinary training and practice, Rachael Ray found fame by showcasing her own informal style.
Garlic, shallots, lemon.
After hustling at a variety of jobs, Ray found that she most enjoyed working with food. She also realized that the American public wanted to know how to make quick, easy, and delicious meals. So Ray set about providing just that and hosting cooking classes at the grocery store where she worked. And it was that experience that quickly caught the eye of TV producers, according to Good Housekeeping. These classes soon transformed into Food Network's Emmy-winning 30-minute meals, where Ray embraced her lack of culinary training and rarely used complex techniques. Thanks to that, she won the hearts of legions of fans. As the world's most famous purveyor of fusion cuisine, Nobu Matsuhisa has become a household name. After working in both Japan and Peru, Nobu sought to combine his favorite parts of both cuisines: sushi from Japan and unique South American flavors from Peru. The combination of techniques and ingredients was the star of the show at his restaurant in Beverly Hills, impressing the Los Angeles elite. Amongst them was Robert De Niro, who loved the chef's cooking so much that he backed Matsuhisa's expansion to New York. The resulting restaurant, Nobu, has become a sensation, with locations spanning the globe.
Casual, good foods, energies, nice view.
While a celebrity client list has its benefits, it's Nobu's talent that has cemented his fame. Impeccable skill is demanded when it comes to upscale sushi, but additional mastery is required to succeed in fusion cuisine. Yet, the masterstroke that has caused the Nobu empire to endure is its master chef's uncanny knack for crafting menus that can satisfy anyone, even those who aren't huge fans of raw fish. According to The Guardian, Heston Blumenthal spent his young adulthood working as a credit controller and only began cooking in a kitchen when he opened his own restaurant, The Fat Duck. But the untraditional entry into the industry mirrors the chef's own unique nature and wacky scientific cooking style.
They sound pretty amazed, actually.
It's that unique Blumenthal technique that earned him culinary and scientific praise, and the title of the world's best restaurant for The Fat Duck in 2005. Yet an eatery of that prestige is rarely accessible to all, and Blumenthal had to rely on another means of connecting with his fans. This arrived in the form of TV shows like Heston's Fantastical Food, Heston's Feasts, and Heston's Mission Impossible, all of which exemplified the chef's taste for dinner and a show. Chef Anthony Bourdain's book, Kitchen Confidential, the tell-all that revealed what a back-breaking career in the kitchen was like, shocked the world and gained him instant notoriety. And Bourdain rode the wave of fame until his untimely death in 2018.
Everything important I ever learned, I learned as a dishwasher and as a cook.
The reasons for his continued popularity are plenty, but it might really come down to Bourdain's undeniable passion for food. As reported by the New York Times, he championed the regular kitchen worker and celebrated the industry as it was, a method far removed from the sanitized writings of other prominent journalists. Bourdain went on to become a figurehead for the industry and a beloved icon for the masses.
This is the path to true happiness